Om Shanti, Shiv Baba's Murli, 28th July 2024. Heading is, What is the language of the unlimited? What is the language of the unlimited? Baba says, Acha, today the Father of the unlimited has come into the limited. Today, the ocean of knowledge, Father, has come to celebrate a meeting with his children. Today he has come to celebrate with those who are destined to become deities. Sometimes, when you look at yourself, what do you think? Why does Baba call us deities? What is it within us that he, the one who sees the beginning, middle, and end, is also observing within us? Baba has full faith that you are the some deities of the beginnings of the golden age. So do you not have the same faith? Or is there still something lacking that bothers you? To what extent will transformation take place? Just as the Father has unshakable faith and love, the chance for transformation exists to the same extent. But where ego has taken its place, whether it is ego of knowledge, of the body, of wealth, or of position and status, if this ego has settled in, then the ladder of transformation halts there. No matter how much you desire, you won't be able to bring about transformation. An ego of what? Ego of things that are perishable. Will it suit the imperishable soul to hold ego over perishable things? This does not befit the imperishable soul. The things you take pride in, those are temporary. Everything changes. Positions will change, places will change, bodies will change, everything will appear to shift. So if you hold ego over things that are bound to change, what will happen? You will fall down. If there is even a trace of ego within you, whether it is pride that my children are well educated, wise, or earn a lot of money, that ego also shatters. True self-respect says, why have ego over something that will perish? True self-respect says, who am I? I am that immortal being of Shiva who can never be destroyed. I am that eternal being of Shiva who can never be erased, who can never change. I am that immortal being of Shiva whom no transformation can touch. I am imperishable. That is true self-respect. To think I will live for 10, 12, 15, 20 years more, that is ego. My post will never be taken from me. I will not change from this position. That is ego. Today, I am wealthy with material riches, and thinking I will have more tomorrow is arrogance. True self-respect, however, is in recognizing that today I have everything because God is with me, and even if tomorrow I have nothing, I will remain seated in my self-respect. This is true dignity. Today, the Unlimited Father has come to celebrate a meeting with his unlimited children. We must understand the true meaning of unlimited. What does unlimited mean? It means that which has no boundaries or limits, something that never ends. The Unlimited Father operates from an unlimited mindset. He is beyond any role, wealth, body, status, or palace. None of these can bind him. So where does the Father go? If nothing can bind him, what holds him? He goes wherever there is love, surrender, and boundless faith. Love draws the Father, even beyond the supreme abode. Today, this unlimited Father has descended to this limited world, bound by the fine string of love from his children. The Father who cannot be tied by anything is pulled by the gentle force of love. If the Father can be pulled from beyond the universe by the love of his children, can you not make a small transformation in yourself? When the Father chose you, he didn't look at your weaknesses. He saw your love. He didn't count how many times you had fallen or failed. He saw your present love. The Father doesn't see your vices. He sees your pure love for him. He sees you as his precious, long lost child, and he has been running after you, calling you back. That's the depth of his love. So, are you really so helpless that you cannot take a bath in the waterfall of love and cleanse yourself with the soap of knowledge? You can, right? Then make the change. When the Father doesn't see you as impure, why do you keep doubting him? This isn't wisdom, it's instability. Where does this instability come from? From doubting how God, the Creator, will come to meet you. If God can create the world and transform humans into deities, can He not purify the impure? Of course He can. And if He can transform in a second, why wouldn't He? Because if the Father did everything in a second, who would get the reward? The Father doesn't need the reward, as He doesn't have a body to enjoy it. Many children think that in the majority they are simply copying what they hear. The Father says that after so many years, there should be some accurate imitation, at least once. So sit down for an hour or two and try to imitate. Even the Father wants to see how the imitation happens. But the real question is, where will you bring true understanding or wisdom from? Imitation might happen for a few minutes, say 10, 20, or 15 minutes, maybe even an hour. But during that time, wisdom should also arise. There is a vast difference between imitation and understanding. Along with following the Father, there should be love. But start with at least an hour of imitation. The Father feels compassion for such children, thinking what will happen when they finally experience realization and see their Father as He truly is. Acha, to those children who wander here and there, those who only imitate remembrance, those who hide and listen, or those lying in a hospital bed, whether caring for the body or the mind, also need to remember the unlimited Father. Those who remember the Father with true love are strong children. When there is strength in the mind, the body will follow. The Father's message is that the power of the mind can overcome even the greatest of diseases. It is from the mind that heaven will emerge. Just as it gave birth to Ravan and Kansa. But now, through your powerful thoughts, Krishna will be born. You don't need to fight Kansa, you only need to welcome Krishna. When Krishna comes, Kansa will automatically depart. The stage can only belong to one. Two opposing forces cannot remain for long. When one comes, the other will inevitably leave. So now, decorate the temple of your mind, fill the trays with flowers, write on your forehead, welcome. At every moment, generate thoughts of pure intention, sending waves of welcoming energy throughout the world. The time is near. Half the battle was won when the incorporeal Father, who has no body, came to meet you in someone else's body. If the bodiless one can come, then surely the bodily Krishna will also come. But before that, there is a saying, there will be great gathering for Jagatamba. How did Jagatamba become Jagatamba? When the father took her body, she was named Jagatamba. How did Jagatamba become Jagatamba? When father took her body and she was named Jagatamba. So just as the Father has helped the soul of Jagatamba and the deities, he will help you too. But first, the old has to be cleared out to make room for the new. If you want something new, you must cleanse the vessel first. If the old isn't removed, the new can't come in. Your mind's temple must be clean. Those who have already opened the doors of their minds are ready, saying, Baba, our gate is open. Come and fill it quickly. You see, when Krishna, the little child, is worshipped, why is there such praise for this little boy? What did he do to deserve such praise? In his final birth, Krishna made a firm decision, and since then he never wavered. Such joy and intoxication arose that wherever he went, everyone's face lit up. He was never seen unhappy, not even once. This is the characteristic of a true prince, a future king of heaven. So, children, become fearless like him, free from attachment. Just as in the golden age, parents will have no attachment to their children, releasing them to explore without worry or fear. The children there will not cry for someone to lift them, nor will parents fear their safety. There will be no need for overprotection, for there will be no danger. That world is free from fear and attachment. In this world, attachment and fear bind people like chains. But the Father has come to free you from all these chains of fear, to make you courageous, and so your future prince or king is coming to meet you soon. Acha, we will meet again. Baba says, Baba's message should reach to everyone. The Supreme Father, Shiva, cannot be bound to any physical form or limited to a single place on earth. He transcends such boundaries. If anyone thinks that Baba will only come to Madhuban, they must first rid themselves of this misconception and help others do the same. Wherever children are, there Baba is, and wherever both are present, that is Madhuban. Madhuban is not merely a geographical location, it is a spiritual meeting place. The essence of Madhuban lies in the divine connection between the Father and the children. It's a place of spiritual fulfillment, a garden where flowers bloom under the care of the divine gardener. Baba explains that Madhuban is not about the physical space, it is about the meeting of souls with the Supreme. Madhuban represents the sweetness. Madhu means honey. So Madhuban represents the sweetness of that divine connection where the master gardener, Baba, tends to his spiritual garden filled with flowers, the souls. Without the gardener and the owner, the garden ceases to thrive. The spiritual garden is vibrant because of the presence of the master and his children. Even if this spiritual gathering happens in different countries or places, wherever the Father and his children meet, that is Madhuban. The spiritual garden, Madhuban, may vary in size, but its essence remains the same. The Father assures that even if some souls hesitate now, they will eventually join this divine gathering. Whether today, tomorrow, or even in the subtle world, every soul will board the train to their final destination. Baba's promise is that all souls will eventually return to their true home. Baba's power and connection are beyond the physical body. Even after leaving the body, the soul continues its journey and meets the Father at the next station. Whether in this world or the subtle world, Baba's embrace is certain, and no one can escape this divine connection. Baba speaks of a beautiful divine garden filled with souls where Krishna's essence is present even in the physical form. The spiritual significance of Krishna's presence reminds us of the eternal, pure love and the magnetic pull of divine beauty that will manifest even more strongly in the golden age. Baba encourages us to feel that attraction and be ready for this divine connection. Baba says, the time is signaling the completion of our spiritual journey. The time is signaling the completion of our spiritual journey. The children are to become complete and return home. Baba sends his love and remembrance to all the children and reminds us that the physical body cannot enter heaven. However, the soul, adorned with the jewels of spiritual knowledge, is already beyond this iron age, living a life higher than even heaven itself. That is Sangam Yug, auspicious confluence Yug. Baba's message: prepare, cleanse your inner temple, and welcome the divine presence. In the kingdom of souls, all attachments, fears, and illusions dissolve as we embrace the true eternal self. Acha.